Okay, welcome back to the channel everyone. Today we're going to be discussing My Hero Academia chapter 313 or 313 titled High Speed Long Range Mobile Cannon. That's a mouthful. Of course, spoiler warning because we will be discussing and reviewing the chapter. Again, I may not do a colored panel this week. If I do, I'll try it in the video somewhere. You'll see it. If not, my bad. Next week, hopefully, because I'm a bit busy this week. Um, anyway, let's jump straight into it now. So the chapter starts off when we see All Might now, because we didn't see him last chapter. We saw him in the chapter before that when the bomb was thrown at his car. And he says that, any other car would have been destroyed, but this car um, managed to survive, and he calls the car Hercules, so I assume this is his Batmobile. And we see what seems to be two other villains jump up in the air with what seems to be missiles in their hands of some sort, and they fire it at the car, but we see All Might talking to himself, and he's like thinking to himself that these aren't just ordinary thieves. Basically, they're trying to separate him from Midoriya. So the missiles hit the car and the car explodes. So that's the end of Hercules right there. And we see the villains are pulling out weapons of some sort. Um, the one has like a stick on his back. I'm not sure what it is. Um, but something to note, when All Might jumps out of the car before it explodes, he has a briefcase on him. So he tells the villains to stand aside, and we see the villains kind of, I guess, shaken by him saying that, because All Might also has a little flashback with him telling Midoriya's mom that he'll protect him no matter what. And he basically goes on to tell them that, Midoriya has bossed so much that he basically forced his burden on him, and he won't let anything happen to him. Basically, the day something happens to Midoriya is the day that he dies. I think this is foreshadowing that All Might is going to die sometime in the near future, or maybe the next big battle. But that's a cool panel. If I go to color any panels, that panel is maybe the one I would color. But yeah, we then cut back to Midoriya. He's jumping around the buildings trying to dodge Lady Nagat's bullets, and she fires another one. And it seems the first one, Deku kicks it away because it's coming straight from behind him, so he manages to kick it away. However, she fires yet another one right after, and it hits him on his stomach, and he screams, well, not screams, but he grits his teeth in pain and he falls. Also, we see that in order to try to dodge the bullets, he's been swerving in and out of buildings, kinda. And he's trying to come up with a plan in his head. Basically, he's trying to make her reveal her location while dodging these attacks. And we see him thinking to himself, of course, that it's only obvious that she would have something extra, that being the airwalk work we saw last chapter, since she's working for All For One. So Deku kind of realizes that, she could fly, basically. And he tries to come up with a plan, and this plan is he falls to the ground and he uses full blast, which is the sixth power. So giant smoke screen as a distraction, and we see the third user speaking to him, and basically he's telling him, you're not proficient enough to do this yet. And the plan that he's trying to do is essentially he falls to the ground in the smoke as it's covering him, and he uses the third quirk called Fajin. I'm not sure what that means. I'm assuming it's some sort of explosion. And he says he's sorry he has to use Gran Torino's cape in this manner, but he uses Fajin basically, and when he does, before he can get out of the smoke, or essentially what he does to get out of the smoke is he throws Gran Torino's cape out of the smoke as a distraction to look like him. And Lady Naga basically shoots at the cape and destroys it, and it was a decoy because she's with airwalk in the air sniping down at the smoke. And Deku uses that distraction, in essence, to jump up behind her. So he basically springboards in the air through a building, it seems, directly through the building. And he grabs her arm, which is the rifle, the arm that has the rifle, or turns into the rifle. He grabs that arm and tells her, I'm not in the smoke. And basically, he catches her. He catches her. Um, we don't see the aftermath of this, of course, because this is the last panel, but it seems that he's caught her arms, or her main arm that is the gun, because so far we've only seen her turn one hand into a gun, so I'm not sure if she could do both arms. Um, but the chapter ends there. Nothing over the top. Again, another fighting chapter, just like Black Clover. So not a lot to analyze this week. But I'm thinking we need a little more explanation on Deku's quirk that he used the Fajin, because we see he used his backpack as a decoy, his mask as a decoy, and something else as a decoy, all with, I guess, this Fajin quirk, maybe. I don't know if it's that one, but we need specification on what exactly it is. Um, so yeah, I think the unofficial had a translation for it, but I can't remember. Um, but yeah, good chapter, good setup. I'm interested to see what All Might has in that briefcase, if it's some sort of support item for himself, or Deku, or maybe a weapon. But yeah, all in all, good chapter. I enjoyed it. Nothing much again to discuss. Let me know what you think would happen next. I think Lady Naga maybe has another quirk hidden from All for One that she's going to pull out, or she's going to turn her other arm into a gun and fire off a shot at close range, maybe. Um, but yeah, that's what I think will happen next. That's my predictions. Um, so yeah, thank you all for watching. Of course, if you enjoy anything I had to say, leave a like, leave a comment, share, all that good stuff. Links in the description down below. Social medias to social medias, social medias to social medias. So if you want to follow me on anything there, yeah. Again, thank you all, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.